want no fuss and we don't want to hurt you, all right?
Yeah, we just want your money, that's all.
And you'll give it to us, won't you, without any fuss?
Well, that can't be good. Yes, the Fire Witch. Yeah, I could tell by that cutscene. What? What is this place? The room is lit, but it's still somehow dark, and the atmosphere feels heavy. And Maya, you're back in your regular clothes. Nick, what are we doing in a place like this? How the heck should I know? We're just a couple of bakers, but I don't think they brought us here to bake bread. Yikes. Is it me or is that guard staring daggers at us right now? No. Huh? Espella, what's exactly going on? I'm sorry. I was the one who sent for both of you. You sent for us? I'm being put on trial. Wait, what? What happened? I don't know. I just don't understand what's going on. I didn't do anything wrong. I couldn't possibly murder anyone. Murder? I beg of you, Mr. Wright, please, I need your help. Just one more time. Huh? You need my help? What could I possibly do? Espella, I'm just a baker. The only thing I know about law is not how not to get on the wrong side of it. Yeah, okay. Is Maya starting to remember? Wait. Hold on a sec. Espella. What did you just say? You said you needed Nick's help just one more time? One more time? I'm not quite sure myself, but when the knights came and took me, a vision suddenly appeared in my mind. It was Mr. Wright. He was fighting for me, defending me. That brave blue figure, it was clear as day. I was fighting for you? No way. That's impossible. I mean, it's like I already said. I'm just a baker. I have a hard time enough rolling dough, let alone defending someone in court. I thought the same thing too at first, but I don't think that's quite true. You and Maya, at some time, somewhere, you helped me. You fought for me. As a defender. A defender? What's wrong, Nick? I wish I knew Maya, but hearing Espella mention a defender, I can't help but feel something inside of me just burning at the mention of it. Accused? Defender? It is time! Head forth, you two! Head forth? Where are we going exactly? To the courtroom in which today's trial will be taking place. The Chamber of Fire. Chamber? Chamber? Of fire? Make haste. Excuse me. If you are but a moment late, a guilty verdict will be delivered immediately. Well, that's not good. What? No way! Mr. Wright, I'm truly sorry, Mr. Wright. I know this is all sudden. It's a lost cause, isn't it? Well then, let's head inside, Espella. Huh? This overwhelming pressure, it feels so familiar somehow. Almost like deja vu. Mr. Wright! Let's go, Maya. Maybe we'll get a better idea once the trial gets underway. All right, let's do it, Nick.
What is this heat? It's like an oven in here.
I will now pronounce the verdict. This court finds the accused guilty of being a witch.
No! I'm not a witch! Please, I beg you to reconsider! I'm not...
Witches are to be cast straight into the hellfire!
What?
No!
So, this is the witch's court.
Well, that's a very frightening thing. I don't think they've ever showed something like as much as the accused being thrown into a frickin' pit of fire in Phoenix Wright. So, how are you feeling, Nick? Like I just saw someone burned alive. Thank you very much, Maya. I'd forgotten what this felt like up until just now. Huh? The butterflies in my stomach, and tension so thick you could slice it with a knife. All of these feelings. These are the feelings that I'm definitely familiar with. Anyway, we're here to fight for Espella and get her out of this place. That's right!
The court is now in session for the trial of Espella Cantabella.
I'll probably give him the original judge voice because he's actually made to look like the original judge, but I hear the British accent with him.
Defender,
Yes, Your Honor?
yours is a face I've not seen in any past trials.
Are you seriously going to call me a newbie? Are you seriously calling me a newbie? In the prologue, I was like insulted in the English courtroom, and I showed it in their face, and now you're calling me a newbie. No.
But no matter. Start by stating your name, Defender.
Yes, Your Honor. My name is Phoenix Wright, Ace Baker.
Wrong.
A baker?
I asked him to come, my lord. I want him to represent me. This court dictates that the accused is free to assign a defender of their choosing, my lord.
Very well.
It's not the first time this has happened.
At any rate, the results of this trial shall not change. That aside, I've not yet seen hide nor hair of the inquisitor assigned to this trial.
Inquisitor? Oh, right. I should have noticed earlier. No one's there.
There's no prosecutor.
Should the assigned inquisitor fail to appear in court, I will have no choice but to dismiss all charges.
Oh, well that'd be easy. It's not that easy.
He is an inquisitor of high caliber, but if he does not come forward soon, this trial will end, and victory will then be declared in favor of this baker.
And that'll be the first time that's ever happened in this courtroom as well.
Hold it!
Oh boy.
Knights of the court, I have but one question for you both. Are you prepared to cross swords?
With words, yes.
I, Inquisitor Zacharias Barnum, am indeed prepared to do battle, my lord.
Phoenix is like, are you really going to make me, like, sword fight with this guy? Espella, what were you thinking?
Something amiss, Baker?
Sorry, Your Honor. I just didn't realize we could have swords here in the courtroom.
It is the way of the court knight. A knight must always ensure that he rides with a blade at his side. Now then, state your name, Sir Blue Knight.
You're lucky I love the color of blue. I'm wearing a blue tinted shirt, so.
My name's Phoenix Wright. I'm a baker. How many times will they make me say it?
Seriously, with my blue text.
A baker?
Nick, quit with the long face. You look miserable.
I don't even know what to say with that.
No need to waste your breath. This trial will be over before you can utter a single objection.
Oh, really?
For the security of all of Labyrinthia, my blade shall rend your defenses swiftly and without mercy.
That's it, Barnham. Put another one in their misery. This trial is pointless. Hand down the verdict already. Put that doughy defender on trial too, I say. What? Oh boy. What's with all this excitement? You'd hardly think this was a courtroom. Friggin' more like an arena. The crowd doesn't seem very interested in the law, that's for sure. It's like they're all just hoping for a guilty verdict. Well, of course, they want to see someone burn. I think that's how witch trials worked back in the day, too. Inquisitor Barnham, you may begin your opening statement. As you wish, my lord. First, let us begin by recounting the events leading up to the murder. Is that acceptable, Sir Apprentice Baker? As you wish? The murder occurred this very evening. Yesterday, there was heavy rainfall in the area. Eventually, it gave way to sunshine, which came in just in time for today's parade. Although, a few hours after the parade ended, the rain set in once more. That must have been when Espella and the others were at the Great Archive. It continued to rain until just before the incident, which took place on a small path leading to the market. The accused had been out doing some shopping at the market. She returned home on the very same path. And on the forest path, two rogues named Robs and Muggs Yes, that makes perfectly sense. That makes perfect sense. Are said to have accosted the accused. One could assume the accused simply acted in self-defense. I see. Robs and mugs. Those two have appeared in court a number of times in the past. Two rogues, huh? So far, it may appear that the accused was more of the victim. However, the situation soon changed for the worse. That's right, the accused, Espella Cantabella, knowingly and mercilessly murdered her two assailants. Cantabella? That girl, isn't she... I always knew she looked suspicious. Shh, not so loud. Yikes. There's that weird excitement again. I believe we now fully grasp what happened. It is getting late already. Let us begin the trial. Inquisitor Bonham, you may now begin. As you wish, my lord. The Inquisition will now hear eyewitness testimony regarding the night of the murder. Eyewitness testimony? Huh. Looks like this trial is finally getting underway. I can't back down now. I have to fight. But I'm just a simple bread-making baker, living a simple bread-making life. The situation is more twisted than a pretzel, and I'm smack in the middle of it. But I have to do this to save Espella. Okay, let's see if I can untwist this testimony and put this thing to bed. Allow me to welcome you all. Now, would each of you please state your name and occupation?
Hold it!
Wait a minute! What the hell's going on here? As I already explained, Sir Apprentice Baker, this is the eyewitness testimony. Yes, I understand that, but there are 4 witnesses! Indeed, this many people inside the courtroom could pose a health and safety issue. Even the judge agrees with me. Your Honor, that's not quite what I meant. Witness testimonies are supposed to be done one by one, as in one witness at a time. What are you talking about, child? We'd be here all night if we did that. That's right, young man. We have witnessed the very hand of fate reach out to us this evening. Could we just hurry this along, please? These flowers won't sell themselves as much as my boss wishes they would. The path to knighthood is an arduous one, but I remain steadfast in my resolve as I travel down this long road. I shall not falter. I will be victorious. Your sword does not look that good. Who cares? Just question them all at once. We already know the girl in the cage did it. Let's get on with it. Yeah, finish this already. I'd like to go home and get to bed. And this is the moment where Phoenix Wright shows his Phoenix. That's giving them the bird. Witnesses, again, state your names and occupations. I am known as wordsmith, but what is a name? How doth one describe an occupation? like the bubbling of a babbling brook. I flow gracefully around the rocks and debris that is life, nary a worry in my mind. Right, so I guess that means he's jobless. My name is Mary, and this darling is Snowy. Lovely. Snowy and I often travel to the edge of town to sell delicious fresh milk. Milk like that doesn't happen overnight. I work my hands to the bone, squeezing each drop out. Literally. That sounds pretty frightening. I'm Kira. I'm a flower seller. If you would all be so kind, feel free to purchase one of my beautiful flowers at any time during the trial. There's no way I'll sell them all by morning. Oh, the life of a flower girl is so hard. Yeesh. Talk about hard sell. My name is Knightley. Really? Nightly? Like, you do nightly watches? I aim to join the town's order of knights. I study night and day, though I am still a bit of mere square. Joining the Knights of the Inquisition is my life's ambition, and I, Knightley, will do whatever necessary to join. So he's jobless too. So we got 2 hobos and 2 working girls. Honorable witnesses, I ask that you show this court your best when delivering your testimonies. Now, tell us exactly what exactly you all saw on this ill-fated eve. The delicious scent of mid-evening dinner permeated the air, and a soft light shone faintly in the distance.
Mugs grabbed the girl by the arm. It looked like he almost pushed her to the ground.
I heard a faint voice cry out. The next moment, those 2 villainous men burst into flames. There was not a trace of fire to be seen in the area. Without a doubt, magic must have been used. Magic? Sir Prentice Baker, you must now begin your interrogation. I have but one piece of advice. I suggest you pay it heed. Do not waste the court's time by grilling these witnesses over irrelevant nonsense, Sir Apprentice. Are you all right, Nick? They sure love calling you an apprentice baker, huh? I'll be honest with you, Maya. I have no idea how I'm feeling right now. But I know it's all up to me. As her defender, Espella's fate is in my hands. I have to believe in her, and I need to start believing in myself. I can do this. I believe in Espella. I believe Espella is innocent, and I'll fight until the very end to prove it. Yeah, that's the spirit. We can do this, Nick. Alright, let's see how this goes. Let's just scent of mid-evening. I really should press, but part of me wants to... Part of me, whenever he said that, he doesn't like... Only reason I'm gonna save is because I do not want to press, and then he's like... Why'd you press? I told you not to waste this court's time. Hold it! What time would that be exactly? Dinner time. When else would the scent of dinner be in the air, if not dinner time? Do you see? Not so much. The sun had already set by that time. That should be adequate. The sun had already set? So you clearly witnessed what happened tonight, is that correct? I have been dubbed as a witness, thus I must clearly have witnessed something. Do you see? In that case, how much light was there in the immediate area at that time? Enough to see the nose on my face, but not enough to see the trees ahead. Do you see? Not really. No, that doesn't add up. If the area was completely dark, then you couldn't possibly have witnessed anything. Do you see? Nevertheless, something caught my eye. It was a most ominous night. Ominous is what that sight was. Okay, I get it. It was ominous.
Objection!
Poor form, Sir Apprentice Baker. I hate to disappoint you, but there was, in fact, light in the area. Huh? Take a look at this. This is a drawing of the crime scene based on the witnesses' accounts as penned by the court illustrator. The court illustrator? I've never heard of that before. Look carefully. This shows what the scene looked like at the time of the murder. Damn, he's a nice artist. An illustration of the highest quality, as always. Now then, we have established that by the time the murder occurred, the sun had already set. And so naturally, the defendant was carrying a firelit lantern, as we can see. A lantern? Eureka! Indeed! Yes, that is what I was saying earlier. There was a lantern I say. Yeah, but didn't that lantern break? Oh, please. You totally forgot. To be honest, I did not imagine it would be necessary to present this, but... My lord, here is the lantern in question. This is what was responsible for light illuminating the area. So, this is all I got. The use of witchcraft to burn 2 mail. Okay. Very well. The court accepts this into evidence. But it's broken. Speaking of which, Inquisitor Barnham, this drawing. The accused seems to be holding a milk bucket of sorts. What became of this? That is a strange case indeed, my lord. That bucket seemingly disappeared from the murder scene. The milk bucket disappeared, you say? There has been talk of wolves living in the nearby forest. It is thought they often make off with the items they find on the ground. Great. Wolves that steal your stuff. Remind me never to set foot in that forest. This is great, Nick. We've got new evidence now. Ah, yeah. I guess you're right. You know, Nick, you really don't have to look like just some normal run-of-the-mill baker. I'd say you're more like a somewhat articulate run-of-the-mill baker. Thanks. I think you might even have the knack for being a defender. Again, thanks. There's a clear contradiction somewhere in that testimony, and I'm going to find it. Also, that song, doesn't that sound familiar still? With a little new twist to it. Shut up! Hold it. Hold it. Isn't it a bit premature to assume it was magic? What an absurd statement! Say what? Think about it. The knaves were engulfed in flames in a blink of an eye. The blink of an eye. There was not a single trace of other fire source to be found in the area. Not a trace. You don't have to do that every single time. Did I hear that right? I think I just found a contradiction in this testimony. Let's do this thing, Nick. Hurry up and present something. Hit him with some decisive evidence. Let's press everyone just to see if I can get any more evidence. Espella was carrying a lantern at the time of the murder. That fact definitely contradicts a certain... Yeah. But... even if we know what the contradiction is, where do we go from there? I mean, what can we do? We're just a couple of bakers after all. No, Maya, I think you're wrong. Huh? I don't know why, but I feel like I know how to do this. If you're going to speak up in court, there's only one thing that people will listen to, and that's cold, hard evidence. I just have to try and present evidence whenever there's a contradiction in one of their testimonies. Okay, Nick, let's give their testimonies another listen. Okay, now. Let's try it. Objection! What is the matter, defendant?